channel is Tishae, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Virgo man. Yes. Alright, so Virgo is the sixth sign in the zodiac. It is ruled by the sixth house. And Virgo represents health. It represents critical thinking. It represents being on a steady routine, being stable, learning how to work on the details, paying attention to small details, paying attention to how we can better ourselves and what helps us to live more refined lives that we feel more in control of ourselves, more in control of our will, and how we go about life. So that's pretty much what Virgo represents. You know, Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. Pisces is known to be more going with the flowish, but if you are a Virgo, you learn how not to be like a Pisces, you know, how not to go with the flow and try to always connect with the collective conscious. You're so critical and analytical because you know how to be practical, because it's an earth sign, but it's also ruled by Mercury, so you use your brain and you use ways to figure out information for yourself, and you criticize who you are. So as a guy, with being a Virgo man, basically this is a man who is very to himself, more reserved. You know, when they first meet you, they try to fill you out a little bit and, you know, see how you are. But Virgos are also very kind and friendly. They make really great friends, but they're more reserved when you first meet them. They're not the signs that'll come up to you all the time and just be so willing to just be all up in your face. Even if they have a personality like that, they still are analyzing the room, they're analyzing who you are, and they're trying to get like a sense of who you are before they interact with you. So that's one thing about a Virgo. Also, they're very great helpers. You know, whatever they do, if they're in like whatever field they're in, whether they're an artist or whatever the case may be, Virgos are helpful, and they see the details. They see what you need help with, and they want to help. You know, they see what people need help with, so they know how to help to make themselves better and also help to make other people better. So Virgos are definitely good friends, like I said, and they care a lot about health, and they care a lot about making smart decisions, you know, decisions that will benefit them. So in relationships, they may seem a little bit standoffish and reserved, even though they're still kind and critical, and they'll give you advice and everything, but they want to make sure that the decisions they make in their life are good decisions. So they're not just easily gonna try and deal with you and date you right off the bat. You know, these people are more so like they want to get to know you because they have to understand how you process things, because Virgo is a very nervous energy because it's ruled by Mercury, and it's very nerve-wracking. You're a perfectionist, so it's like you always want to get the details right. So when it comes to relationships and dating, or even just dealing with people or life scenarios, you know, you're the type of person like you think about everything and you're critical, so that could cause you to be a little bit nervous sometimes, and maybe not so trusting as because remember, the opposite is Pisces, and Pisces is very impressionable. So you're definitely the opposite. You're not impressionable at all, and you use critical thinking. And so sometimes when you're not so open like Pisces and you're more critical, it kind of puts you on the edge. And so sometimes you always have to think about what it is that you're doing, and that's not a bad thing at all, because, you know, my North Node is in Virgo, so I have to learn Virgo traits. So I feel like Virgo is definitely important, definitely very important, and a sign that not a lot of people understand, and or still trying to learn. You know, it's definitely an interesting sign. So I feel like Virgos definitely it makes you more aware of the self, you know, and the body and who you are, and taking care of the details, taking care of you. You know, being ruled by Mercury, it's literally about taking care of yourself and being self-aware, and working on yourself, working on materializing and sustaining your health, you know. And your health could be anything. It could be, your health is basically how you breathe, how you survive. You know, your health is your livelihood. So Virgo people are very, very, very in tune with their health. And these are the type of people that could be healers, you know, they could be nurses, or just counselors, or work in the food industry, work in hospitality, catering, chefs. These are people that do any kind of work that helps humanity and helps people to evolve. And even if they're not in those industries, their overall traits in life is to help people to become stronger, whether it's physically or mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know, energetically, whatever the case may be. These people are people that like to make others aware of what's really going on, make other people aware of life. And I know a lot of Virgos that are vegan, you know, a lot of Virgos that are very health conscious about what they eat. And it's just because it's all about practicality. And when you live, we're coming from the Piscean age of everybody being basically consumers, you know, everybody not producing, not creating something new, to be able to, you know, stand on. Like, people are just going with the flow from the Pisces era. But now it's more so you have to learn those traits and look at the past and see, okay, my family did this, so I don't want to do this now. I'm going to be more practical. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to sit down and figure out, okay, what do I need to do, you know? And as a man with his with a Virgo moon, Virgo rising, whatever Virgo strong archetype or this sign, this element, you know, in your chart, this is mutable earth. So you definitely have a way of not being so fixated like Taurus is, because Tauruses can be very fixated, very, very fixated. And Capricorn is like the boss, you know, they definitely are the ones that build things up and keep things standing. And Virgos are the workers in between that looks at all the small details in between on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, Virgo man, you're more compatible with water signs, you know, you're more compatible with people that are like Scorpios, Cancers, Tauruses. Virgos and Tauruses go very well. Capricorn, maybe, yeah. So it's just like, don't and they don't go well with fire or air, because it's too much. They may be good friends with air signs, but for the most part, some air signs can be too flighty and too impractical for Virgo's nature. So even though Virgo is ruled by Mercury, it's still an earth sign, and it still takes its intellect in order to help materialize what it wants. So yeah, that's pretty much Virgo. But I like for dating and stuff, I would definitely say like the person you're with needs to be someone that's patient, that takes their time, and someone that's working on themselves, you know, someone that's working to be their greater self, just like you are. Because as a Virgo, that's what you're doing. You're trying to work on who you are, and you're trying to better your life and be more self-sufficient and more into, you know, what makes you feel at peace and what's going to make your body feel clean and cleanse, you know. That's what Virgo is all about. All right, so that's what I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you go ahead and comment down below. Let me know how you found this video. Let me know what you liked about this video. What did you learn? Let me know if you have this placement. Let me know if you know the house your Mars in your Virgo is. Let me know what I'm thinking I'm in the Mars series, you guys, my bad. Let me know the traits that you have in Virgo that you like. You know, let's talk about Virgo energy. Like I said, my North Node is in Virgo, so I love to learn. I have to learn a lot more about Virgos, because like I said, my South Node, I've been more of like a Pisces, and now I'm just learning how to refine those qualities into Virgo and be more practical, more analytical, you know. Oh, also Virgos are good with writing and words and reading and stuff like that. So these people, like I said, they could talk shit, and a lot of Virgos do, you know, they'll criticize you a lot, but it's just because they care. They actually really do care. So yeah, that's what I have, and I will see you in another one. Mwah. Peace.